In this section, we are going to talk about different methods of string, and let's dive and see how it looks like. So, for example, if I say my name is equal to, oops, let me just go over it again. If I say my name is equal to Sam, if I run it, so later on, if I call it back, it will say my name is Sam. So the question is, can I pick the first character we just asked and replace with the other letter? So for example, instead of saying the Sam, I want to say Pam. So I want to replace that one. So what we usually think that I can say the name and name and get the index is 0 and replace with the P. So actually that method is not working because it is working with the list, and we will talk about list later on. So let me just delete and see how we can solve it. So my point is, I have a Sam which is name, and I want to replace it with one of the letters. So what I can say that from the name I want to pick from the index 1 all the way to the end. Let's see, you see I have A and M, and I will assign these to my, let me call it last is equal to the name, and I just slice it that one. So if I run the last right now, it is going to print AM for me, and right now I can say that I want to print P and plus last. So right now it is going to, it was solved, you see. Or in order to take these quotations out, what I can say that, hey, I want to print, and let me just copy paste all of them. So I will copy paste here, and it is going to print the Pam for me, you see. And let me give you another sample. So for example, if I have a is equal to hello and the B is equal to world, you see. So I have two variables, and both of them has a strings. So if I say I want to print A plus B, so it will take the string and another string, and it will combine like that one. So you see I have a hello and world, but I don't have a space between because it was added. And in order to have the space between, what I can say, hey, can you print A and B like that one? So I have a comma right now. If I run it, it is going to have the hello and the world, they have in a different space, so they have a space between. And also I can print, I can say I want to print A 2 times, and it is going to print hello, hello, you see. Or I can just do it couple times. I can say A and couple times, so I have a hello, hello, hello 3 times. So what if I want to print hello 100 times? Oh, it will take a little time. So what I can say that I want to print a comma, can. See, it will take forever to do all of them. If I print all of them, so which is okay. But right now I think I didn't make 100. What if my task is to print the variable a 100 times? So in order to make it, what I can say that, hey, I want to take the a and I will multiply by 100 times. So this multiplication means, you see, so right now I have a is not integer, but how can I multiply non-integer, a string, with the numbers? So in Python language, it means that that string is going to print it 100 times. So if I run it, you see, so right now I have my hello, 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 which was printed 100 times. Another method of the string. So let me just give name is equal to, let me say Mike. So right now we have a variable, we just assigning the variable. Let me run it, and later on if I click the name if you just put it that and wait for a couple seconds, like less than 1 second even, we have a different functions that we can work with that variable. Of course, we cannot go over them like one by one, and but I will show you the most useful ones. So for example, we have upper. What does it upper means? That hey, we have a variable name which is over here, and whatever the variable has as a string, can you print all of them as uppercase? So right now it is going to print the mic. You see, it takes the mic with the lowercase or in a different one, but right now it is just make it uppercase. And also I can say, hey, I have a name, and can we go lower? And even if all of them are in uppercases, so whenever I run this one, it is going to be mic. But the question is my name variable has been changed as original? Let me just click it. You see, I still have it as original, so which is mic. I didn't reassign it, so it is working now. Method on the strings is, so let me just give another variable. I can say, let me call it test, or let me just call it variable b. I'm just giving this random one. So the b is equal to, I will give a little bit longer one. So I can say, hello there, how are you today? You see that right now I have a long string, long variable. So right now if I print my b, it is going to print all of them. Let me see what kind of different function it has. And we already covered what is uppercase, lowercase, and another one is split. So what does a split means? So right now I have a long string. It is going to split in the pieces and make a list. By the way, we're gonna talk about list later on, but just keep in mind right now I have only one string. You see, I have only one string which is between the quotation. It doesn't matter how many characters it has inside. It can be only one character, or it can be thousands character inside. So right now, but that called as a one string only. But if I run this function, which is under the b, let me just run it. So right now it is going to split every single word in a different different position. So right now I have a list. But do not forget, guys, we're gonna talk about list in this later on. So right now I have a hello there, how are you today? Here I didn't specify anything. So whenever if I do not put anything in the bracket, in the parentheses, that means it will split in the space. So right now you see I have a space over here, I have a space over here, I have a space here and here and here. So wherever it sees the space, it will split it. It will just cut it. It will go to another space. But what if I will split all of them in the letter E? So what does it mean? That it will start from here. It will say that, hey, wherever I see the E, I will just cut it. I will just split it. So here is one split, here is another split, here's another split. Let me just run it. And right now you see it's in a different format right now. That is a one string, that is a one string, that is another one, and so on and so on. Right now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different strings in that variable. You see? If I do not specify anything, it is going to split on these spaces. Yes, that was features of the strings. But if you want, you can just go over and see what kind of different functions are available.